Have you noticed something strange? We are in one time of the humanity, we have a lot of more access to information, tools, technology, but we are becoming less intelligent. Artificial intelligence can read for us, write for us, think for us, and even create for us. Is this a real problem, or we just have this problem in the future if you don't do anything right now? But the real question is, are we becoming dumber? Are we becoming smarter? Are we becoming lazier? What has happened with the humanity? What is happening with the people? AI is a problem, or AI is one really good and fantastic facility for us? Hi, Wallace from Brazil here, and I believe technology is one of the best inventions of the humanity. And AI is one of the best for us. One of the most powerful tools the humanity has created. But let me remind you one thing. For each powerful tool, we need a great responsibility. And according we watched it on the Spider-Man movie, we have this quote: with great power, you get great responsibilities. Throughout the history of the humanity, in each new invention, in each new thing, we are updating ourselves. We have different ways for you change your perspective, the way we think, the way we do the things we commonly do. For example, we have the calculator changed, mathematics, the internet and the way for we access the information. And now the AI is changing the way we think, we learn, we create, and the way we solve some problems. So let's explore a really great question for reflect for this moment. The real question is AI making us smarter, is making us less intelligent, or we are dependent on it? Because this is when really great reflection we need to make for ourselves. We need to wonder about that. So let's start with the first thing, okay? The hardest part maybe, because this is one uncomfortable thing, and I have one statement for you to reflect a little. AI can make us lazier or laziers. Why? Because if you are using that in the wrong way, you are getting a really great problem for you. But great, I mean big, not a good thing, okay? Think a little about it. If you never practice problem solving because you always, all the time, you ask AI, you ask for the answer, your problem solving muscles become weaker. And it is similar when you are not using your physical muscles. Because if you are a runner, you need to practice some exercise for helping you when you are running. If you are a person who likes to go to the gym, you need to get some exercise for helping you to become stronger. And in the same way, you need to remember your brain is like a big muscle. And if you are not using that, you are becoming weaker and lazier and unfortunately dumber. If you never use your muscles, you will lose them. And according I have seen some people, when they are want to learn a new thing like a hobby or like a language, they have the behavior very similar sometimes. And that is the difference between the people they can get started one new hobby or the people they want to get started a new language. And for we continue this with this in mind, I will get to you one example about language. Some people they want to get one shortcut, but the shortcut is not a good thing. Because if it is a good thing, the people they get the results they really want. But let's get straight to the point. It's very common when a lazy person just asks this question: can I become fluent in this language without making mistakes? Or how is the easiest way for I get fluency in this language? And the question is, the really question you need to make is not what is the easiest way, but which is the best way for you acquire that thing. Okay, in this case, one language. Because sometimes easier is the better way, but sometimes harder way is the best way. And you need to check your question. And how much quality you have in your questions, the better you have your answers, okay? The quality about your question, it's very linked in the quality of your answer. That's the point. And sometimes you need to understand, you have to think about the process, because it is process who gets you the necessary skills you need to have the experience. That's what the thing you have in mind. Okay, shortcuts, they don't help you, they will trouble you. That's the real world. If you have two sides for you just to decide something, it's most common the hardest path, the hardest way be the better thing for you just to follow. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about your brain, how you are using your muscles of your brain. Imagine your brain is like one big muscle. You need to use that, because if you don't use your mind, you will lose your mind. However, we don't have bad things to talk about it. Of course not. Right now we have the other side, the opposite, AI can make us smarter, and the answer yes, but depends on the way you are using that. And here is the another side of this story. The problem is not the tool, the problem is not the AI. The problem is the way you are using that. The problem it is when you are using the AI in a passive way. Indeed, great thinkers have always used tools to expand their abilities. And AI, it is one tool you can use for helping you. You can use it for you be more, be better, for you be stronger depending on the situation you are or the way you are using that, and be smarter. And you need to use that in one appropriate way. Let's understand that. Let's understand that. It's not the AI the problem, but the way you are using that. In the same way, I can get you another example. When you have a knife, it is one tool. You can use that in the good way, and you can use that in a bad way. Depends on the way you are using that. AI is the same. You can use AI for helping you or for troubling you, but you need to open your mind for you understand both sides. Great thinkers, they use tools. When you have, for example, a person, it's a writer uses books, a scientist uses technology, and AI can become another tool that expands human creativity. Going back talking about language, let you remember in some years ago, imagine some person wanted to learn a new language like English. We are talking in English here, let's get to this example. English is a tool for you to communicate with the other people. And according you are seeing here, actually English is not my first language, it's my second language. But remember about some years ago, we need some things for we learn English. In the past, we needed teacher, textbooks, and hours, a lot of time they're searching for some information. And the point is, today, currently, we have more things we can use that for learning this or another thing we want. Today we can, for example, practice conversations, get some feedback, and explore some ideas instantly. And AI doesn't have to replace learning, that's the point. AI is not for replace the learning or for replace some essential things. You need to understand and to put each thing in one type of box, in one type of place. AI is here for helping you, not for replace your intelligence, not for replace your ideas. It's for helping you in your life. AI is here for helping you to accelerate your things, your ideas, improve the way you read, the way you write, and about every idea you have. And you need to understand how to use that in the best way for helping you, not forget it as a bad thing for you. And the real question you need to make is, so is AI making you dumber? And I think the better question is, are you using AI as a replacement for thinking, or you are using AI as a partner for yourself to improve what you are doing? The way you are creating something like videos, the way you are, for example, understanding some hard topic, or when you are studying for one specific thing about the school of the college, and if you are trying to get AI as one thing you are getting in a place of another thing, an essential thing, it's a problem. But AI, you can't put AI as one replacement of thinking, for thinking actually, but you need to put that in the correct place. It is to be a partner to improve the things you are doing. That's the point. And about the final reflection, I just bring here for you one thing. The biggest danger is not, look that, pay attention. The biggest danger of AI is not that machines become intelligent. It's not the problem, okay? Probably you watched some movies like Matrix or other movies about that, okay? When the machines, they are trying to get and make a war against the humanity. No, it's not the point, okay? Machines, they need to become intelligent. But the biggest danger actually is that humans stop developing their own intelligence. Oh, okay, when a human puts the wrong way, okay, the wrong way when you are not thinking, but you are putting the machine for thinking instead. But you need to think. You need to think for you continue developing your muscles, not the machine. The machine, remember, the machine is a tool for helping you. Okay, it's a machine. It's a tool for helping you. And understand. Use AI, learn from AI, create with AI, but don't let AI think instead of you, because the future will not belong to people who compete with machines, okay? It will belong to people who know how to work with the machines, with them. And the point is about the adaptation, about you understand the time we are living here, okay? I am, for example, a lawyer and I will lost my job because I have here this machine will just get my job. No, that's not the problem. The problem, it is when you don't understand the time you are living, and you need to update yourself, continue learning, continue improving, and understand that tool will help you, but you need to continue developing yourself and being a better version of yourself. That's the point, okay? Remember, because the future will not belong to people who compete with machines, it will belong to people who know how to work with them. That's the point. And in this case, and according to you, just to listen about everything I share here, is AI making you smarter, dumber, or you are being more dependent on that? I want to know your opinion, and please share in the comments here your perspective of this topic. Okay, share your perspective about this topic. I really want to know your opinion, and I will check all comments of you. Okay, all comments of you. I'm Wallace from Brazil, and see you around. Bye for now. See you.